Good afternoon from the Box Bar Mini Stadium, wherever you might be getting our voices and signals. You're most welcome to the theater. Box Bar Mini Stadium is the venue. It is the return of the GFF Women's Division 1, top division of Gambian women's football. And the Box Bar Mini Stadium currently hosting this crucial and lively game between Fortune Football Club and Koita. Fortune currently sitting on 8 with 5 points, whilst Koita on 5th with 10 points. And of course, the first meeting between Fortune and Koita ended with a 1-0 victory for Koita over Fortune Football Club at the late Osman Saho football field. And this afternoon, meeting for the second time at the Box Bar Mini Stadium. Fortune dressed in their colorful white shirts and white socks, under the guidance of Babukar Ndongo, ably and reliably assisted by Musa Gassama, has started this game with Sarata Manga in goal, Fatoumata Tamba team captain, Jojo Bujang, Awajaju, Alima Dahaba, Sabia Tujiba, Philomin Day, Sidita Luis Babachi, Sadia Luis Babachi, Flavia Ebata Muga Alfredo, and Miriam Mendes, completing the 11 for Babukar Ndongo's side. Fortune Football Club. Akeju Taiwo is on the technical area for Koita, having the assistance of Suleiman Dafe, starting this game with Khadija Fofana in goal. Ngone Sane, team captain, scored the only goal in Koita's 1-0 victory over Fortune at the late Osman Saho football field. Mariama Mendy, Lucy Sedi, Hadi Drame, Fatou Manjang, Alimatu Sane, Sire Kebe, Ramatulai Drame, Sire Sila and Hadi Said Saidi completes the 11 for Akeju Taiwo's side. And currently it is 0-0 from the Box Bar Mini Stadium. And it is live on LSTV at the cabin Parliament Party. Kemo Kanye, Usman and the team behind camera operations. Just as I said, central referee is Mariama Obi Fall, having the assistance of Abi Sise. Zainabu Cham and Aissatou Toure serves as the fourth assistant referee. And of course, Bintu Bojang is the match commissioner of this lively and entertaining soda. 0-0 is the current score from the Box Bar Mini Stadium. It is the second round of matches of the top division in women football of the Gambia. Kemo, welcome back to the Box Bar Mini Stadium in the crucial and lively game between Fortune and Koita. Of course, Fortune hoping to get a revenge over Koita, whilst Koita hoping to maintain their perfect run over Fortune in the second round of matches.
Yes, very well. Fortune here will be fighting to making sure that they get themselves a revenge against a team that have beaten them in the first round by a lone goal. So coming into this particular game, playing at home also is another advantage for the Fortune side. But nonetheless, I mean, teams could be playing at home, and then at the end of the day, they will be losing to the traveling side. So let's see what happens here, whether it has to be that of the Fortune side or their opponents, Koita, to get a double over them. But it is going to be a very, very difficult game for either of the sides. Currently, I mean, it is Fortune that is currently, I mean, pressurizing their opponents as of now. But the game as of now is very, very young. So any of the sides here can go on to win this particular game. But we believe it is going to be a very, very tightly contested affair. As we have also seen in the start of the game, already players have manifested that, and then they both want to win this particular game in knowing that Fortune, when they win this, they will be better in their standings, and then while their opponents as well will be hoping to win and then at least get themselves 13 points and then also move on top of the table. So on top of the close the gap for the teams that are on top of the table with them. So but it is going to be a very, very difficult affair. I mean, already we have seen that being manifested here by both sides. Every other player that is currently taking part here would want to at least get a very, very good performance for their side, and then at the end of the day winning this particular class part.
Thank you very much, Kemo. Fortune currently on 8 with 5. Koita on 5th with 10 points, 5 points between the two. Koita will benefit from a set piece at a promising angle from the Box Bar Mini Stadium. Central referee Mariama Obi Fall has already given opportunity to Koita to deliver. Fortune has already assembled a giant wall in trying to protect this set piece, and Koita to benefit from this set piece at a promising angle. Team captain Gone Sane floats that ball around the area, partly pointed away by the custodian Sarata Manga. And Fortune picks it in their own half. The Petroleum girls will try to get something from this. Could that be the first goal for Fortune Football Club? And currently Alima Dahaba, this time around the goalkeeper came racing. Danger still not averted as Koita trying to get that ball from their own half, and the central referee Mariama Obi Fall has already given that to Koita. That was of course a fantastic run for Fortune Football Club, but unfortunately could not turn that into a goal. And of course Halima Dahaba has been dispossessed. That was, of course, one of the best chances for Fortune Football Club since the commencement of this lively and entertaining showdown. An end-to-end contest between Koita and Fortune. Koita dressed in all blue, whilst Fortune in all white. Cross comes in, but the ball is already too strong for the player to keep, and Fortune to benefit from a goal kick from the Box Bar Mini Stadium around the Democracy end of the theatre. Fortune dressed in all white, whilst Koita in all blue. And Koita having Akeju Taiwo as head coach. Suleiman is his assistant, whilst Babu Karndong and Musa Gassama on the technical area for the Petroleum Girls. And Fortune on 8 with 5 points. And Fortune in their last 5 matches lost twice, drew twice and won once, whilst coach Akeju Taiwo and his Koita FC lost 4 of the 5 matches, winning only 1 in the last 5. And of course, not the best of 5 matches for coach Akeju Taiwo and Koita, whilst Fortune also not having the best in the first round of matches in the GFF Women's Division 1. Hoping to turn the table around, and currently having the few of matches in the second round. Currently, Berewuleng on top of the table with 25 points after 9 matches. Red Scorpions on second with 22. TMT third with 19. Police on fourth with 15. Koita fifth with 10. Immigration 6th with 7 points. Yakar 7th with 6 points. Fortune sits 8th with 5 points. Brikama United on 9th with 3 points. And Greater Tomorrow, who are already being relegated to second division without a game and still with 0 points. Tamba, the team captain for Fortune. Fatmata Tamba of Fortune Football Club. And Fortune has been dispossessed. Tamba again spreads that ball wide to Alima Dahaba. Alima Dahaba having a lot of pace in him. And Hadi Drame trying to coil that down around the area, looking for penetration. Went down, and the central referee has waved in for a play on. Fortune strikes from distance over the crossbar. That was a decent strike from Sadia Luis Babache, who is one of the midfielders for Fortune Football Club. Babache 16. Koita, the team captain Ngone Sane, scored the only goal in the first meeting between Fortune and Koita. It's now Fortune on the attack again. Flavia for Fortune, and Flavia Spurs went straight into the gloves of the goalkeeper Hadijatu Fofana. Fofana Hadijatu getting the ball forward. It's a decent chase for Ramatulai Drame. The ball is too strong for Ramatulai. And the girls in blue colors will regroup, whilst Fortune to benefit from a throw in deep in their own half. In case you're just joining us, you are reminded that this is, of course, the GFF Women's Division 1. Top flight of women football. From the Box Bar Mini Stadium, it is match day 11 between Fortune and Koita. Fortune nil, Koita nil is the current score. The first meeting between the two ended in Koita's favor, defeating Fortune 1-0 at the late Osman Saho football field. Ngone Sane scored the only goal, of course, the last-minute screamer to get maximum points for Fortune Football Club. Bobakar Ndong and his girls hoping to get a victory. And in the first round of matches, Godly only got a victory in the last 8 fixtures, defeating Brikama United 2-1 at the Box Bar Mini Stadium. It is still Fortune, not for too long. Koita picks it. Entertaining and lively. Siabatu Ujiba operating on the right side of the defense. Fortune on the attack now. Can they trouble or get something from this? It's a low drive and into the bottom corner, and Flavia opened the scoring for Fortune Football Club from the Box Bar Mini Stadium, and you could hear the claps and cheers coming from the faithfuls of Fortune Football Club. And the girls dressed in all white won, and the girls in blue trailed by a goal to nil. And of course, it's a goal for Fortune Football Club. Coming courtesy of already there is a goal, and of course Fortune on the driving seat, leading Koita by a goal to nil. And of course, a side they lost to in the first meeting at the late Osman Saho football field. Here they are getting the early advantage. Will they be able to hold on to the advantage is now the biggest question. And Fortune just need to hold on to this 1-0 advantage if they want to. And if they are able to do, they will definitely get home with maximum points against Koita.
Yes, it was a very brave and also brilliant move by Flavia into the 18-yard area and then trying to dribble past one or two players before he powered that ball into the back of the net here. So Fortune will now be hoping to at least get themselves to the maximum 3 points into this particular game, and they can do that if they are able to prevent their opponents from scoring any goal against them here. And then with this 1-0 score line here, they can settle the game for this. But for now, I mean, it is very, very young. If they want to get themselves satisfied with this particular goal here, it may hurt them, I mean, in the dying minute of this particular encounter. And then I believe they are very much aware of this, so they will need to making sure that they put a very, very good performance and then continue to play as the way they have started the game. If they are able to do that, they will be going home with the maximum trophy, but the maximum point. But their opponents as well, you can see since conceding that goal in the 9th minute, they are now moving forward in trying to making sure that they get themselves to a leveler before the halftime break is gone here. But I mean, they can as well score looking at the way they are currently approaching this particular game here. They know what they want out of this particular game. In the last five, as you have earlier mentioned here, it wasn't a very, very good performance for both sides, losing four and winning only one for Koita, and then Fortune losing two, drawing two, and then winning only one. So it hasn't been a very good last 5 games, but for both sides here. But this is one of the games they can use in trying to making sure that they amend errors that they have made in the past five. So currently, Fortune is currently on the driving seat to get themselves to a maximum point here, where their opponents must score for them to get themselves any meaningful result into the game.
Thank you very much, Kim Okani. It is first half at the Box Bar Mini Stadium. Fortune 1, Koita nil is the current score. In case you're just monitoring this situation, it is Fortune up against Koita in match day 11 of the top flight in women's football. Fortune 1, Koita nil. Fortune under the guidance of Babu Karndong and Musa Gassama. Starting the game with Sarata Manga in goal, Fatmata Tamba team captain, Jojo Boja, Awajaju Alima Dahaba, Siabatu Jiba, Philomin Day, Sedita Luis Babache, Sadia Luis Babache, Flavia Ebata Mugal Alfredo, and Miriam Mendez, completing the 11 for Babu Karndong and his girls, while Koita, who are currently trailing by a goal to nil against Fortune, starting this game with Khadija Fofana in goal. Ngone Sane, team captain, Mariama Mende, Lucy Sede, Hadi Drame, Fatou Manjang, Alimatu Sane, Sire Kebe, Ramatullah Drame, Sire Silla, and Hadi Sede completes the 11. And of course, Koita dressed in blue shorts. It's a delivery for Fortune Football Club. And the ball is partly headed out after a decent opportunity for Fortune Football Club. And Fortune currently on the driving seat. Fatou Matatamba, the team captain, gets it down, looking for support. Cross comes in. Fortune trying to get another goal here. Alimatu Sane picks it for Koita. Launches that ball forward to the center forward, Mariama Mendy, who chases the ball wide. Mariama Mendy is still trying to protect that ball from moving out. And that seems to be a goal kick as pointed by the assistant referee. Central referee is Mariama Obifal, Abi Sise, and Senabu Chama, the assistants, while Aissatou Toure serves as the fourth assistant referee. Bintu Bojang, the match commissioner. Box Bar Mini Stadium is the venue. It is match day 11 of the top flight of women's football. Very willing on top of the table. The GFF Women's Division 1 League and FF Cup champions. So we have to say League, FF Cup and Super Cup champions. Berewuleng are still on the driving seat, sitting on top of the table with 25 points. Whilst Red Scorpions, the serial winners, on second with 22. 3 points between the two. TMT on third with 19. Police on fourth with 15. Koita fifth with 10 points. Immigration sixth with 7 points. Yakar 7 with 6 points. Fortune on 8 with 5 points. Brikama on 9 with 3 points. And 10th is Greater Tomorrow, who are already being relegated to the second division without playing a fixture. But already we will have a rundown of some of the matches played by Fortune and Koita. Fortune started the 2025-26 campaign with a 1-0 defeat to Koita at the late Osman Saho football field before losing 7-0 to The defending champions Berewuleng 7-0. Lost to Red Scorpions 3-0 before narrowly losing to TMT 1-0. It was 1-1 against Immigration before picking a point in a nail-biting goalless draw against Yaka. Defeated Brikama United 2-1 at the Box Bar Mini Stadium thanks to goals from Alima Dahaba and an own goal, sealing the 2-1 victory over Brikama United. Never played against Greater Tomorrow on 2 occasions and now meeting Koita for the 2nd time this season. And this is the 2nd round of matches. And the score is currently Fortune 1, Koita 0. And up next for Fortune Football Club is a clash against league leaders Berewuleng before facing serial winners Red Scorpions. And after that, we'll entertain TMT at the late Osman Saho football field. We'll face Berewuleng at the late Osman Saho football field. Red Scorpions at the same venue and equally TMT at the late Osman Saho football field. Whilst Koita started the campaign with a narrow 1-0 victory over Fortune before losing 2-1 to Immigration and Berewuleng respectively. Picked a point against Yakar 1-1. And of course, Red Scorpions defeated Koita 3-2. And Koita defeated Brikama United by a goal to nil rather. And of course, in the games between Greater Tomorrow, never played. TMT, the team lost to TMT 1-0 and 1-0 again in the 2nd round. And today facing Fortune Football Club at the Box Bar Mini Stadium. Up next is a fixture against Immigration. And Fortune having some defensive duty. And Koita still trying to put some pressure on Fortune Football Club. That was definitely very close. And that should have been an equalizer for Koita Football Club. But unfortunately, the player could not control that ball as it rolls out for a goal kick to Fortune Football Club, who are currently on the driving seat, leading by a goal to nil, courtesy of Flavia Batamoga Alfredo. And Flavia's opening goal is still the difference between Fortune and Koita. Fortune in all white, Koita in all blue. From the box bar, and it is live on LSTV and also on the official Facebook page of Fortune Football Club. And Koita hoping to get an equalizer before halftime, whilst Fortune hoping to get this 2nd. And if they are able to get that, will definitely cause some problems for Koita. Flavia around the center circle, lost possession. It's now the turn of Koita, who tries to head that ball down. Unfortunately, lost to Fortune Football Club. It's Flavia again. Flavia getting it around the center circle, trying to connect the run of Jojo Boja. The flag of the assistant referee stayed down. Koita on the attack now. Ramatulai Drame. Ramatulai getting it down. Struck the standbar. And of course, some of the members of the technical team calling it for a goal. But unfortunately, the crossbar to the rescue of Fortune Football Club. Koita continue to pile pressure. And continue to pile pressure in search for an equalizer. That was definitely very close, Kemo, for an equalizer for Fortune. But of course, the crossbar to the rescue of Fortune Football Club. And yet still the score remains Fortune 1, Koita 0.
Yes, very well, Pa. In the 19th minute, it still remains 1-0, but it has been a much improved game for the Koita side since they have conceded that goal. You see that they have bettered their performance into the game in trying to making sure that they try to maximize the pressure on their opponent, so they will be able to get themselves a goal. And then recently, we have seen them coming very close and then hitting the crossbar, but they continue to search for that leveler here here at the Brikama Box Mini Stadium. But still, anything can happen for them, as we have seen that they are having this intention that they want to at least get themselves to a level before a halftime break is called here. But nonetheless, Fortune as well, they know what they wanted in this particular game. This is why they are also defending the way they are doing. But they are now finding it very, very difficult to deal with the attack from the Koita FC here. So let's see if they will be able to continue preventing the Koita side from scoring against them before the halftime whistle is gone, or are we going to see them adding up their advantage into the game, as Koita will always be wanting to go forward in trying to get themselves a goal here. Another counter for Fortune Park.
Alima Dahaba having a lot of pace in her, and is that going to be the 2nd goal already? That's a side netting. Very close to Fortune once again, and end-to-end stuff came out, just as you rightly mentioned earlier on. It was Koita and now Fortune. Of course, Alima Dahaba having the glorious opportunity, but of course squandered.
Yes, that was as well a very, very close chance this time for Fortune. That would have been the second goal for them into this particular contest if they are able to get themselves a second into the game before the halftime whistle is gone. Then that will be a very, very difficult task for Koita to at least come from behind and then get themselves anything into this particular contest. But the game is still very much alive. Any of the sides here can win this particular game and then eventually go home with the maximum 3 points here. But it has to come from the performance from this particular pitch here. Though one will see the sun is very hot for them as they are currently chasing, trying to make sure that either defend or get themselves to a parity into this particular game. But already it has been a very, very good game for both sides here. Currently the goalkeeper is down and then the medical team on the ground is called here to attend to her. So let's see if she will be able to continue taking part in this game for Koita side, and then you can see the head coach for them is calling on his players to come, and then he will be instructing some of his decision to them, so they will be able to get themselves what they wanted here if they work by what he wants. But also you can see the Fortune Gavas as well have also called on their players and then giving them instructions as to how they will need to approach this particular game and to get themselves a maximum 3 point here, because this is what they are fighting for. If they are not able to get the maximum 3 points here, of course a lone point will be a very good result for them, because it has not been a bad game for either sides. Earlier on, we have seen Fortune in the initial part of the game, starting the game very well with a very, very good performance, and then eventually getting themselves a goal into the game. And since then, since after conceding that goal, the Koita FC side also have woke up and then trying to making sure that they move forward, and then they are doing that very well against this Fortune side here. We have seen them coming close on two occasions as well. We have also seen a player around the 6-yard area for them who tries to break the ball, but she could not handle that ball well, and then the ball rolls over the touch. So you can see we have seen that disappointment from the faces of the technical bench here, and then but they are doing very well, Koita FC, so as Fortune as well also doing very well into this particular game, because they will need to work very hard for them to win this. Koita winning a first game against Fortune are going for a double against them in the season, while Fortune will be hoping for a revenge. So this makes the game for them, because Fortune wouldn't want to suffer a double against the same opponents, while their opponents as well will be hoping that yes, we have beaten them in the first leg, so let's go on to them as well and then win them against and win against them as well in this second leg here. So that makes the game a much difficult one for both sides here, but it has been a good performance from either side.
It has been a great performance so far. And earlier on, the goalkeeper Khadija Fofana went down forward. Koita FC, and currently back on her feet. Seems to be okay. And of course, we've also seen players using the moment to have a brief discussion with their gaffers. And of course, have a sip of water alongside. And back on the pitch at the Boxbar Mini Stadium, Fortune on the driving seat, leading by a goal to nil, courtesy of Flavia. And Flavia Ibatamogal Fredo scored the only goal, and his goal is still the difference between Fortune and Koita. And Koita in the first meeting against Fortune, of course, that was their first meeting in the top flight after the promotion of Fortune Football Club last season. And Fortune currently playing in their debut season in the top division after finishing second last season, only behind Greater Tomorrow, who never had the chance of playing in the top flight of Gambian women's football. And the team has been relegated from the top flight to the second division. It is Koita on the attack now around the area. Koita regained possession and is still trying to unlock the defense. And into the bottom corner, and that's an equalizer for Koita Football Club. And that's an equalizer. He will definitely confirm the goal scorer shortly. Koita 1, Fortune 1 is the current score from the Boxbar Mini Stadium. And it is game on from the Boxbar Mini Stadium in Brikama. That's of course Alimatu Sane. Alimatu Sane got the equalizer for Koita. Fortune 1, Koita 1 is the current score. Entertaining and lively. And Kemo, already we have seen Koita coming from a goal down to equal the score at the Box Bar Mini Stadium. And of course, it is game on between Fortune and Koita already. One apiece at the theater, and we have a first half to play here. And of course, hoping to see more and more goals in this contest.
Yes, Pa, a well-deserved goal from the Koita FC side. You can see that individual brilliance from Sane there. See at the initial part of the her performance, she in fact went to the ground, and then she has to get back on her feet and then try to dribble one or two players here before he loops the ball inside the net, where the netminder for the Fortune side could not do anything about that. So her goal left Fortune's netminder helpless, and then she was not able to get any hand onto that ball. And then since then, this was what I was saying. Koita, since conceding the goal, I mean, there has been a much improved side into the game, moving here and there, and then trying to making sure that they maximize their pressure in trying to move forward, and then creating themselves that goal scoring opportunity into the game. And then eventually it has paid a dividend for them in the 25th minute of the game. And then so the game is still very much alive here, 1-1 between the two. And then we are hoping to see more goals here before the regulation time ends here. But currently it is 1-1 between the two, and currently it has the center referee has, I mean, waving for, or has given players an opportunity for a cooling break. And then you can also see that cooling break has also been taken as one of the opportunities for the technical benches to instruct their players in trying to work by the tactics that is that they wanted them to be playing in here. Currently it is 1-1 between Fortune and Koita, but a great game so far from both sides.
Great game so far from Fortune and Koita. Koita 1, Fortune 1. Ngone Sane, the team captain, to launch, scored the only goal in the first meeting between Fortune and Koita from the late Osman Saho football field. And here at the box bar, Flavia Ibatamo Galfredo got the opening goal for Fortune Football Club before Ali Madusane responding for Koita. Fatmata Tamba has been penalized by the central referee Mariama Obi Fall, having the assistance of Abisise, Zenabu Cham, and Aisatu Toure, the fourth assistant referee. And this lively and entertaining showdown. And it is coming to you live from the Box Bar Mini Stadium, and it is live on LSTV and also on the official Facebook page of Fortune Football Club. Ball being headed out. Ngone Sane again for Koita. Koita around the edge of the 18. The flag of the assistant referee has already gone up against Koita. Dressed in blue shorts and blue socks, whilst Fortune in all white. Fortune Football Club earlier on took the advantage before Koita responded, and it is 1-1 and game on at the box bar. Both sides hoping to win it. Fortune on 8 with 5 points, Koita on 5th with 10 points. Flavia, who scored the only goal for Fortune, and Flavia trying to go solo. Ngone Sane getting it down for Koita FC. And Ngone is, of course, a fantastic defender for Koita. Flavia to deliver the corner. Flavia to deliver the corner for Fortune. Crowded penalty area for Koita. The Petroleum Girls cross comes in, it's a decent one. Partly done by Koita. Fortune picks it through Fatmata Tamba. The team captain Tamba lost it. Great possessive display. Koita launched that ball forward. Sarata Manga. This time serving as a sweeper keeper to the rest of Fortune Football Club. Aisatu Toure, the fourth assistant referee, has already ordered the player to take the ball backwards. And already Flavia is currently down injured. Flavia, who scored the opening goal for Fortune, is currently down. Probably this will be a worrying moment for head coach Babu Karndong and his assistant Musa Gassama. Akeju Taiwo and Suleiman Dafe busy on the technical area giving instructions. Head coach Akeju is now having a brief discussion with Hadi Sedi who operates on the left side of the defense for Koita. Koita in blue, Fortune in white. 1-1 is the score in case you're just joining us. And Koita on 5th with 10 points, whilst Fortune on 8th with 5 points. Fortune in the last 5 matches lost twice, drew twice, and won once. It's a total around the center for Matatamba, the team captain for Fortune Football Club, has already lost that, and already Flavia seems to be okay. Flavia for Fortune Football Club. It is a chase for Flavia on the right side of the attack. Left-footed forward for Fortune Football Club, trying to connect the run of Jojo Bojang. But Jojo could not connect to that in time, and Fortune to benefit from that through Siaba to Jiba. Sedita Luis Babache. That's already an offside to Koita FC. Koita and Fortune enjoying the moment, trying to get the second goal here. Lucy Sadi for Koita gets it down to Ali Matu Sane, the goal scorer. Ali Matu with a decent delivery, partly dealt with by Fortune Football Club. And now the turn of Alima Dahaba. Dahaba Alima trying to have his way out, but caught out by the advancing Lucy Sane, who blocks that ball to touch for a decent throw in for Fortune Football Club. Lively and entertaining. And already we have seen 2 goals in the first half, one for Fortune and the other to Koita. Fortune got their noses in front, courtesy of Flavia, before Alima Sane getting the equalizer for Koita. And already Alima Dahaba has been pushed off the ball and has been rewarded by central referee Mariama Obifal. Mariama Obifal, the central referee in this lively and entertaining showdown. Top flight of women football. Fortune against Koita. It's a crucial and lively game. Fortune lost to Koita, and of course we had the first meeting between the two after the promotion of Fortune Football Club from the 2nd division to the top flight last season. And the first meeting ended in Koita's favor. A game played at the late Osman Saho football field. Another player for Koita down, and the medics are already on the pitch to give assistance. This is of course melting conditions at the Boxbar Mini Stadium between Fortune and Koita. The temperatures are definitely high. Akeju Taiwo, the head coach for Koita FC, has been seen on the technical area giving instructions to his girls, whilst Babukar Ndong also seen on the technical area giving support to the girls. A player for Koita down injured, currently having the assistance of the medical team in this entertaining and lively showdown. 1-1 is the score in case you're just joining us. And currently on the table, Berewuling, a League FF Cup and Super Cup champions, on the driving seat, leading the table with 25 points after 9 matches. Red Scorpions second with 22 points after 9 matches. Only 3 points of Berewuling. TMT third on 19 points. Police on 4th with 15 points. Koita, or Police on 4th rather, on 15 points. Koita on 5th with 10. Immigration 6th with 7 points. Yakar 7th with 6 points. Fortune 8th with 5 points. Whilst Brikama United on the foot of the table, 9th with 3 points. Greater Tomorrow already relegated. It is now the turn of Koita. Can they get something from that? Koita trying to move his way out. It's still Koita on the attack. Is it going to be the second goal? And the goalkeeper, Sarata Manga, to the rescue of Fortune Football Club. That should have been the second goal for Koita. And the second goal for Hadi Drame, or Halimatu Sane rather. But unfortunately, the goalkeeper to the rescue of Fortune Football Club came out. That would have been the brace or a brace for Halimatu Sane, but already squandered. I think he almost lost control of the ball, allowing the goalkeeper to, of course, gather that ball decently. And of course, it was a scary moment for Fortune Football Club. But already the goalkeeper came in time to gather that ball decently, disallowing Halimatu Sane to get his brace at the Boxbar Mini Stadium against Fortune.
Yes, he's a PSC player, and then PSC is doing he's troubling a rather Fortune, especially their defense line into this particular game. You can also see the first game. Sorry, his first goal rather. It was a similar one, but there it was inside the 18-yard area where he quickly dribbles past a couple of players before he loops the ball home for his side to get themselves a parity into this. You can, and then this particular chance that she nearly made a brace here was that he started from the dividing line and then trying to make sure that she dribble past one or two, and then but the goalkeeper, fortunately, are very lucky when their goalkeeper comes off her line and then trying to make sure that she blocks that from the the busy player Sane, and then trying to make it so she prevent her side from conceding any further goal into this particular game. So that becomes a very a good one for them. And then so let's see what happens here, whether they will be able to do well with her pace, and then trying to making sure that they continue preventing their opponents from getting a goal against them. But already this is another chance here, but Fortune defense line this time, they are very much alerted, and then trying to get themselves a very good performance here into this particular contest. So let's see what happens here, whether it is going to be Fortune or Koita to win this game and then go home with this maximum 3 points here. But currently you can see that offside has been given against the Koita FC side, and then the technical bench is not happy with that, but the referees and also his assistants are having the final say in this particular contest. And then we will see another player for Fortune is currently down on the ground, and then perhaps if she is not okay to continue, then the assistants from the medical team here will be required. And then indeed the center referee has called on their attention to making sure that they go to get her, and then trying to make sure that she's okay to continue and then taking part in this particular game if that had to be the case, or give space for another player. But already it is we are now into the 38 minutes of play here. It is still remains 1-1 between the two. At this side of the game, it is different from what we have witnessed in the first 10 minutes. And then in the first 10 minutes, it was all Fortune in the game. And then in the second 20, we have also seen Koita improving their performance. But this time, it is a much balanced affair between the two. Fortune, when they get theirs, that they will try to make it so that they go all out to get themselves a goal here, while Koita will be defending against them. So as Koita, when they are moving forward, they try to get themselves a goal here, and then Fortune continues to defend against them as well. So it is a well balanced game at this particular moment of the game, unlike the first 10 and then the first 20 minutes part.
Thank you very much, Kimo. It is Koita on the attack again. Alima Sane again. Is that going to be the second? Beautifully dealt with by the goalkeeper, Sarata Manga. Sarata Manga to the rescue of Fortune once again. Alima to Sane. Around the center circle, Fortune to launch. Fortune 1, Koita 0. Fadmata Tamba, dribble pass one, looking for more. Spreads that ball wide to Alima Dahaba, and the flag of the assistant referee has already gone up against Alima. And Miriam Mendes has been reintroduced after that injury. And Miriam Mendes, 5, has been reintroduced by Fortune Football Club. And Fortune will allow who to deliver the set piece around the center circle. The score is 1-1. It's 1-1 at the Boxbar Mini Stadium. 1-1 between Fortune and Koita. Fortune dressed in white, Koita in blue. Khadija to Fofana, the tall and lanky custodian for Koita. This is the second meeting between Fortune and Koita in the top division of women's football. Fortune Football Club in the first meeting against Koita. The game ended in Koita's favor, defeating Fortune 1-0 at the late Osman Saho football field in Yundum. Lively and entertaining already, and it is game on. Koita will regroup whilst Fortune will take the opportunity to deliver the throw in. Siabatu Jiba. Koita to effect that foul. Alima to Sane. Is okay, and it's a set piece for Koita. Ngone Sane to take that for the girls in blue. Koita 1, Fortune 1. Ngone Sane, who scored the only goal in the 1-0 victory. That was, of course, the very first fixture of Fortune Football Club since the team's promotion to the top division of women's football. "41 minutes unofficial on the clock, and we have under 4 minutes of normal time and what is expected to be added on before central referee Mariama Obi Fall and the team of officials will end the proceedings of the first half at the Boxbar Mini Stadium between Fortune and Koita. The score is 1-1. Kemo, we have under 4 minutes of normal time and what is expected to be added on before the central referee will end the proceedings, and therefore Fortune needs to score to have their noses in front at halftime. Equally, Koita also needs to score to have the noses in front at halftime, or else it's going to be share of the spoils at halftime from the Boxbar Mini Stadium.
Yes, first half draw will be a good result for either of the sides here, heading to the tunnel here. But if any side is also able to score a goal here, they will embrace that with open arms, and then that will be a disappointment to their opponents into this particular contest. But currently, I mean, already we have seen Koita coming very close to adding up their advantage into this particular game. But nonetheless, the Fortune goalkeeper has won a foul there in the process, and then it's been awarded by the central referee. But I mean, a draw, as I have earlier mentioned, will be a good result for either of the sides into as they head to the tunnel here. But if they are able to score a goal here, that will also be open armly embraced by both sides here. But they will try to make it so that they prevent their opponents from scoring against them as the game moves towards the, I mean, halftime break here. But they will also, in as much as they will want to prevent their opponents, they will also try to create themselves goal scoring opportunities and then try to capitalize on whichever goal scoring opportunities they are able to create here as towards the end of the first half. So let's see whether they are going to settle the scores of the first half in this 1-0 scoreline or 1-all scoreline, or are we going to see one of the sides here taking an advantage going to the tunnel here? But I believe they will be happier to get into the dressing room with this 1-0 with the 1-all scoreline here. Whichever team concede a goal here at this particular dying moment of the first half will be very disappointed, I believe. But nonetheless, it is football, so one of the sides here can get a last minute goal here and then head to the tunnel with a win, while an opponent can also head into the tunnel with a lose here. But it is football, I believe. They will want to embrace this 1-all scoreline and then going into the halftime talks and then get themselves to discourse wherever there are problems and then wherever improvements are required. They will try to make sure that they instruct their players to making sure they work on to improve those areas for themselves. Certainly, we are going to see additional time here to be added by the fourth official part.
Thank you very much, Kemo Kanye. Approaching halftime at the Boxbar Mini Stadium in Brikama. Boxbar Mini Stadium is the venue, and any moment from now we're going to have the additional minutes. 3 minutes to be added on by the fourth assistant referee, Aissatou Toure. Aissatou Toure is the fourth assistant referee. Mariama Obi Fall, the central referee. Abi Sise and Senabo Cham assistants, whilst Bintu Bojang serves as the match commissioner of this lively and entertaining showdown. Lively and entertaining. Fortune 1, Koita 1. And approaching halftime, at any moment we're going to have the additional 3 minutes. Jojo Bojang has been rustled and rewarded by central referee Mariama Obi Fall. Fortune takes that quickly. To Flavia Ebatamoka Alfredo. Flavia, who scored the only goal for Fortune, will get that through. Get that forward to Jojo Bojang 10. Jojo again. Siabatu. It's still 1-1. And approaching halftime, 3 minutes added on. Three minutes added on by the fourth assistant referee. Around the edge of the 18. It's a scuffle between the players, and finally Koita gets it forward. And our Jaju operating on the left side of the defense for Fortune Football Club, and Koita has already a player off the field. It seems to be okay though. That's a throw in as judged by the central referee Mariama Obi Fall. Alimatu Sane, the player, is currently down. She must have had injured herself during that build-up. But anyway, Mariama Obi Fall will try to assess her force before urging the medical team to the rescue of the player. Mariama Obi Fall, the central referee, is currently on the player, and Fortune to take in the throw-in. Fortune to effect the throw-in on the far end of the Bell Aqua Pavilion. The Bell Aqua Pavilion at the Box Bar Mini Stadium. Koita, Siabatu for Fortune, Alima Dahaba, Jojo Boja, Jojo once more to Fatmata Tamba. Tamba lost it. Fortune picks possession through Philomin Day. Philomin Day to Jojo Bojang, who tries the goalkeeper from that angle. And timely interception by the goalkeeper, and that's the final action. And the final action of the fourth half, it has just ended. Fortune 1, Koita 1, and both sides are currently heading back into the tunnel or the dressing room with a 1-1 scoreline. And this is, of course, we're going to have a brief hold on the commentary, and we'll be back at the commentary cabin for the continuation of the second and final half. It has been Parlamin Fati, Kemo Kanyi, Osman and the team. Until then, bye-bye till we come your way again. Welcome back to the Box Bar Mini Stadium for the continuation of this live commentary, and it is of course the second and final half between Fortune and Koita. And both sides picking it from where they left it in the first half. Fortune now playing from our left to right, or from our right to left, whilst Koita playing from our left to right. Fortune Football Club playing from the police line end of the Box Bar Mini Stadium towards the Democracy end, whilst Koita kicks from the Democracy end towards the police line end. And the score is 0-0. It's 1-1 rather, and Fortune 1, Koita 1. Fortune got the first goal courtesy of Flavia Ibatamo Galfredo before Koita responding through Ali Matusane. The score is 1-1 from the Box Bar Mini Stadium, and it is the earliest of moments of the second half. Both sides hoping to win it, or of course get a point in this contest. It's a throw in for Koita. Gets it down to Fatu Manjang. Not a decent control from Manjang, and Fortune will now benefit from this throw. And the player approaching on the left side of the defense is our Jaju, who gets that forward to Jojo Bojang. Not a decent control from Bojang Jojo. Gets it down to Jaju again. It's entertaining and lively in case you're just joining us. Lively and entertaining between Fortune and Koita. 1-1 at the Box Bar Mini Stadium. Fortune in white, Koita in blue. It is match day 11 between the two. Fortune in the first game against Koita lost 1-0 at the late Osman Saho. The flag is already up. Mariama Fall, central referee, has already given that. Koita to get that throw in once more. Lucy Sedi. Lucy Sedi to take that, and the fourth assistant referee Aissatou Toure has already ordered the player to get the ball back, and Lucy to get that again. Koita, that's a marathon throw. That's a foul against Fatu Matatamba. Fortune will regroup. Koita to effect another set piece. Who is taking that remains to be seen. We will definitely confirm that shortly. And Fatu Manjang to take that. Fatu Manjang to deliver this set piece for Koita. Koita 1, Fortune 1. Keenly contested class. 1-1. Manjang testing the goalkeeper from distance. Partly pointed away by the custodian. Another opportunity for Koita, but this time around sailed up for a goal kick. Sarata Manga, the goalkeeper for Fortune. Jojo Boja. Fortune gets that swiftly to Fatmata Tamba. It's going to be a chase for Ali Madahaba. Jojo Bojang now. Jojo for Fortune. Around the edge of the 18. And Jojo will guard that ball off for a throw in. It is still 1-1 at the Box Bar Mini Stadium. We will try to get you some other results across other venues in the second division of Gambian football. Second division of Gambian football. We will try to confirm the half-time score shortly. Fatmata Tamba controls that ball decently. Is that going to be the second goal for Fortune Football Club? And Fatmata Tamba gets the second goal for Fortune Football Club. And of course, it is the team captain who got the second for Fortune Football Club. And Fortune back on the driving seat at the Box Bar Mini Stadium. 2-1 against Koita. And Fortune just need to hold on, and they will of course go home with the maximum point. Whilst Koita needs to come from 2-1 down to equal the score if they want to at least pick a point in this contest. Fatmata Tamba getting the second goal for Fortune. And earlier on it was Flavia Ebatamo Galfredo who got the opening goal for the Petroleum Girls before Koita responding courtesy of Ali Matusane. And in the second half, Fatmata Tamba, the team captain, got Fortune on the driving seat once more, getting in a low drive and getting the ball beyond the reach of the custodian Khadija to Fofana. Fortune 2-1 up at the box bar against Koita. Game was the second goal and of course the third goal of this contest, and of course Fortune back on the driving seat, courtesy of Fatmata Tamba team captain.
Yes, a brilliant run from her and also a brilliant finish from the team captain Fatmata Tamba. You can see the way he take that run through the midfield and then trying to making sure that he outplays the minds of the defenders of the Koita FC side. That also her run there was on a top notch, and then she has been doing very well for Fortune since the start of this particular game, especially in the heart of their midfield, in trying to making sure that he dictates. He is one of the players that is dictating the pace of the play for Fortune here since the start of the game. Then he has been very, very instrumental for them in the entire game that we have currently watched her play in this particular game. So her goal was also a very, very brilliant one when she rather gets to the ball inside the 18-yard area. She was very, very calm with the ball and then tried to take only one touch with the ball and then position herself very well, and then also studies the position of the goalkeeper who was off her line, and then places the ball low past the goalkeeper, and then taking her side rather to the lead here in the first 5 minutes of the second half here. So Fortune is currently leading here by 2-1, but this is a similar result in the first half. That was how it started, but that came in the 10th minute, and then this time it is in the first 5 minutes that we have seen Fortune taking the lead here into this particular game. So can they stay onto this lead here? Still will be the question to ask here, and then this will interest many here because we have seen them taking the lead in the first half, and then they were picked back, and then now they have taken another lead into the game here. Can they stay onto this lead here, or are we going to see them again being picked back here? But the game is still very much alive for both sides. But Fortune currently are on the driving seat, and then certainly we are going to see them introducing another player into this game, hoping to strengthen their course towards the end of the game part.
Thank you very much, Kim Okani. Any moment from now, we're going to have a double substitution coming from Koita. And Koita will introduce two fresh legs. Emily Jata is one of the players lineup, alongside Stephanie Amaka Oniali. And Fortune also will effect a substitution, introducing Aminata Jaju. Aminata Jaju will be introduced shortly. Who is she replacing? We just have to wait. We will confirm that shortly. And Fortune still 2-1 up against Koita at the Box Bar Mini Stadium in Brikama. Two players to be introduced by head coach Akeju Taiwo. Stefani Amaka Onienale is the player to be introduced alongside Emily Jata. And already Fortune Philomin Day is off and already replaced by Aminata Jaju. Two players off. Siresila is off. And Mariama Mendy is also off for Koita. And we have already seen the introduction of Stephanie Amaka Onienale for Koita alongside Emily Jata for Koita as well. It's a throw in for Fortune, leading 2-1 up, or leading 2-1 against Koita. at the theater. Fantastic turn, but the ball has gone beyond the reach of the player. Fortune once more. The first goal scorer Flavia. It's going to be another substitution for Koita any moment. And we'll introduce another player, Ramatulai Jan, to be introduced shortly by head coach Akejo Taiwo. Taiwo is having the assistance of Suleiman Dafe. Babukar Ndong on the technical area alongside Musa Gassama for Fortune. Koita on the attack, hoping to get an equalizer before the end of this contest. Gets that ball down to Emily Jata, the new entrant. Emily turns beautifully, lays that ball forward. Not a decent one. And finally, Fortune to effect a goal kick. This wouldn't be, or the team wouldn't be in any hurry, as the score is currently in their favor. Emily Jata will probably change his boots, her boots rather. Emily Jata will change her boots. As instructed by the assistant coach. It's a tussle between Emily and Alima Dahaba. Already 2 players down injured. Alima Dahaba is down injured and the team captain Gone Sane. Any moment from now we're going to see another substitution. Hadi Sedi is coming off and will be replaced by another new entrant, Ramatulai Jan. Ramatulai Jan is coming on for Hadi Sedi. Hadi Sedi off and Jan Ramatulai on. Koita 1, Fortune 2. Akeju Taiwo giving a lot of instructions to the boys, and we will definitely walk travel elsewhere to see or have the results of the ongoing GFF Men's Division 2. And at halftime, it's Myanmar Banjul United nil, Gunjur United nil at the late Osman Saho football field. Elaj United 2-0, Gambia Armed Forces 2 in Basori, Abdullah Juve with a brace. Walidan nil, Wagadu nil in Bakau. Serekunda United nil, RS Talinding 1. And Ibrahima Sow getting the only goal for the Talinding base club. Back to the Boxbar Mini Stadium, it is Koita nil, Koita 1 rather, Fortune 2. Koita 3, Fortune. It's a Koita set piece. Koita against Fortune. Fatmata Tamba, who scored the second goal, and that's a foul, according to the central referee, Mariama Ofal. Sidita Luis Babache, or Luisi Babache, has been given the opportunity. Jojo Boja, the under-20 forward for Fortune Football Club, has been dispossessed. Fatmata Tamba picks it. The team captain for the Petroleum Girls. Siabatu around the center circle. Spreads it wide, not a decent one, and Fortune picks it once more. Alima Dahaba. Alima, this time around, that's a side netting. Very close at the goal kick, as judged by the central referee. And currently, Fortune seems to have a grip of the second half here. It seems to be a much more better performance for Fortune in the first half, or in the second half, than the first half. And as already, the team has already took the advantage in the second half, leading 2-1 against Koita. She seems to be a pacey player, and currently on the attack again. Koita on the attack, trying to level the score against Fortune. Fortune once more, and now Koita. And finally, it's a corner as judged by the central referee. And Lucy Sedi is indeed a pacey player for Koita. And Mariama Ofal, the central referee, has now called on Siabatu Jiba. And that's going to be a brief discussion between Siabatu. That's a yellow card for her. Yellow card to Siabatu Jiba. And Fortune will have the opportunity to deliver the goal kick. Anyway, it's a goal kick, swiftly taken Fortune. Flavia. And finally, it's a throw in for Koita FC. Lucy Sadie to take that. Marathon 1. Partly headed out by Fortune. Emily Jata trying to guard that ball off. And it's a corner. And Emily and Koita FC to deliver. Currently down 2-1 at the Box Bar Mini Stadium against Fortune. And their only goal scorer, Alimatu Sane, to take that. Alimatu Sane to take that corner for Koita. Fortune having key of its players around the area. Cross comes in. Partly headed out by Koita FC. Koita with a decent low drive. Never troubled the goalkeeper. But before that, the flag of the assistant referee, Abisisi, has already gone up against Koita FC, who are trying so hard to get an equalizer in the second half of this contest. The team trailed 2-1 at the Box Bar Mini Stadium. And of course, it is game on. Fortune still on the driving seat, whilst Koita hoping to get an equalizer.
Yes, very well. This is what they had done in the first half after trailing in the game by a lone goal 2-0. We have seen them improve on the performance that they were having in the first half, and then continue to maximize the pressure on their opponents, and then trying to making sure that they get themselves to a level here, and then they were succeeded in doing that in the first half. But this time, Fortune again into the second half. You have seen in the first 5 minutes getting themselves a lead into the game again for the second time. So Koita as well. This time again, we are now seeing them trying to making sure that they put up their performance, and then trying to pile a lot of pressure on Fortune side here. But this time, Fortune, you can see they are very much aware of the threats that Koita can pose onto them, and then they are trying to making sure that they are very composed in trying to get their decisions done, and then frustrate the Koita side so they can go home with the victory. And then they are doing that very well in style. And then looking at the way they are playing here, since they have they have gotten themselves that lead into the second half here. They are very much composed, trying to making sure that they dictate the pace of the game. This is what you need to do if you are leading and want to go on all the way to win a game. You need to try to dictate the pace of the game against your opponents. Otherwise, if you allow your opponents to be dictating the pace, it disturbs your course to get yourself a win here. So you can see the way they are playing here, different from the lead that they had in the first half. They were STD taking their decisions, and then this time they are doing very well, trying to making sure that they dictate the pace of the game, and then being very, very cautious against the attack of their opponent's quarter. So let's see whether Fortune can stay on to this performance here, and then eventually, if they are able to do that, they will be going home with the maximum 3 points into this game part.
Fortune just need to hold on, whilst Koita needs to score, or else it's going to be maximum for Fortune. Maximum points for Fortune Football Club. Our Jaju our again. Not a decent one from Fortune. Now an attack for Fortune. And Gone Sane has been pushed off the ball. The latest entrant for Koita, trying to have his way out. Partly caught out by Fortune. Koita picks it. To Fatu Manjang. Not for too long. Fatmata Tamba, the team captain, gets it to Alima Dahaba. Alima to Flavia. Flavia narrowly lost it. Fatmata Tamba picks it again. It's going to be a chase for Flavia. Can this be the third goal for Fortune Football Club? Straight into the gloves of the goalkeeper. Another opportunity for Fortune Football Club squandered. Straight into the gloves of goalkeeper Hadija to Fofana. Alimatu Sane. Sane Alimatu gets it again. Emily Jata. Dribble pass one, still looking for more. Decent control, and already the flag of the assistant referee has already gone up against Koita. Alima Dahaba for Fortune. Double substitution any moment for Babakar Ndong and the girls. It's going to be double substitution for Babakar Ndong and the girls of Fortune Football Club. And Fortune are still leading by 2-1 against Koita, who is in and off. We will confirm that shortly. And one of the players to be introduced by head coach Babakar Ndong is Kadi Bojang. Kadi Bojang 8 will be introduced alongside Mariama Fai. Mariama Fai is on. Replacing who? We have to confirm. The other player has already moved off the field. And Kadi Bojang is on. Flavia Ebatamoga Alfredo, who scored the first goal, is off alongside Sadia Luis Babache and being replaced by Mariama and Fatu Bojang. And Kadi Bojang rather. It's now the turn of cross comes in. Decently caught out by Fortune Football Club. That's a decent run from Koita Football Club. And Fortune central defenders are not enough to get that ball out. And it's going to be a corner. Corner to Koita. Koita defeated Fortune 1-0 in the first game. And now trail Fortune 2-1 at the Box Bar Mini Stadium. Emil Jata to take this corner. Emil Jata 8 for Koita. Cross comes in. That's a decent one. And the player just needed to head home that opportunity, but unfortunately, disappointedly heading that ball out. And the player is currently down. Alimatu Sane. He scored the only goal for Koita, but currently down injured, and the medics are already on the pitch. That was a decent delivery came on, but of course, Halimatu Sane had the glorious opportunity just to head that ball home, but unfortunately squandered once more. Koita continued to pile pressure, whilst Fortune trying to hold on to the 2-1 advantage, but also trying to get a third goal that could possibly get this game beyond the reach of Koita FC.
Yes, initially we have seen Fortune coming very close to getting themselves a third goal into the game here, but earlier on as we have also seen their opponent also coming very close, this time a header from Sane, their lone goal scorer, into this particular game. That would have been a simple header for her to get her team to the leveler into the game, but nonetheless it has been squandered, and it was a very, very close chance for her to get her side to the leveler here. But nonetheless, it remains 2-1 in favor of the Petroleum Girls here. Currently, this is what they want to be seen here throughout the game, and then hopefully for them they can go on to win this particular game. But it is still very much alive here, and then this time that would have been a very, very good goal, but you can see Siabatu has come to the rescue of Fortune in that particular moment here. So it is still 2-1 in favor of Fortune side here, but their opponents Koita are not being relented here. They are not relented here. They keep pushing and then trying to make it so that they get themselves to a parity before the final whistle is gone. But let's see what happens here. Fortune still keeps on fighting very well to make it so they continue preventing their opponents from getting a goal into this particular game. But if they want to do that, they must try to be very cautious, especially at the back, to continue denying their opponents from getting a goal against them. But as for now, their goalkeeper is currently getting a treatment from the team of medics that are currently here.
Thank you very much, Kimo Kanye. Lively and entertaining. In case you're just joining us, you are reminded that it is coming to you live from the Box Bar Mini Stadium, and it is live on LSTV and also on the official Facebook page of Fortune Football Club. And currently Fortune on the driving seat. Koita still pushing hard for an equalizer. Fortune 2-1 up. Koita having two of its players behind the ball. It's a corner to the girls in blue. And still the medical team giving assistance to the goalkeeper Sarata Manga of Fortune Football Club. And still the medical team are giving assistance to the player. And that's going to be cooling break. And it is cooling break whilst the goalkeeper continues to receive medical assistance from the medical team. Akeju Taiwo, the head coach of Koita, has already called on the girls. And of course, it's going to be cooling break and also a brief discussion between the head coach and his girls. Babu Karundong will also have the same opportunity to have a brief discussion with the players as well, whilst the goalkeeper Sarata Manga receives attention from the medical team. And the score is still 2-1 in Fortune's favor. Fortune got their noses in front in the first half when Flavia Ibatamoka Alfredo put the ball beyond the goalkeeper to get Fortune on the driving seat. Moments later, Alimatu Sane in the first half got the equalizer for Koita FC before Fortune FC coming back to the driving seat in the second period with a low drive coming from team captain Fatumata Tamba. And currently Fortune leading 2-1, and it's currently cooling break. And also the Fortune goalkeeper Sarata Manga is still receiving attention from the medical team. And in the KM third division, at halftime, KT Flemings 1, Superstars Academy 2, Oscars FC 1, Real de Sanchaba FC 0. In case you're just joining us from the Box Bar Mini Stadium, it's 2-1 in Fortune's favor. Sarata Manga is already back, and the cooling break is over. Koita to effect a corner. Emil Jata to take this. Emil with a decent corner, partly pumped by the goalkeeper. Once again into the gloves of the goalkeeper Sarata Manga. And that's a goal kick already. Fortune to take that throw in, and Fortune wouldn't be in any hurry. Kadi Bojang, who came on as a substitute, will get that swiftly. Babaji. It's still a throw in for Koita. And Emil Jata has been rewarded. To Manjang to take this set piece. Koita to deliver. Trail 2-1 against Fortune. Fatu Manjang. Chested down by Jojo Boja, who looks for support. Spreads it wide to Ali Madahaba. Ngone Sane. It's a chase for Koita. Koita around the edge of the 18, looking for support. Gets it down. Great combination. Fortune trying to get that. And the flag is up against Koita. It's already 31 minutes into the second period. Fortune 2, Koita 1. Fortune still holding on to the slender advantage. From the box bar mini stadium, dressed in white shorts and white socks, whilst Koita in blue. Ngone Sane. It's Fortune now, Ali Madahaba. Cross comes in. Caught out by the defender of Koita FC. And Koita will use the moment to get the ball off. But already, the central referee has already ordered for the medics to the rescue of the player who is currently down injured for Fortune. And the player is currently back on her feet. Sane scored the only goal in the first game. And now Fortune leading 2-1. Could this be a revenge for Fortune over Koita? Or is going to be share of the spoils? Or Koita is still going to maintain the superiority over Fortune? Anyway, they have to score or else it's going to be a defeat for Koita. And coach Akeju Taiwo, Kadi Boja. Fantastic combination from Fortune. Ali Madahaba. And of course, Ngone Sane, the team captain, there in time. Fortune wouldn't be in any hurry as the score is currently in their favor. The new entrant and right back to effect this. The score is in Fortune's favor. 2-1 up at the box bar against Koita. And currently, TMT1 Immigration nil in Kabakel. TMT1 Immigration nil, our Kidabo got the only goal for TMT against Immigration. And at the Box Bar Mini Stadium, Fortune currently leading 2-1. Flavia Ebatomo Alfredo with the opening goal for the Petroleum Girls. Ramatulai or Alimatu Sane got the equalizer for Koita before Fatmata Tamba adding Fortune's advantage. The score is 2-1. Fortune 2, Koita 1. Koita to take that. Emil Jata. Emil, who came on as a substitute. It's a long and high one. Fatmata Tamba down for some defensive duty. And that's a massive strike, high and wide. an attack for Koita now. Who are still down 2-1. Siabato Jiba blocking that for a corner. Any moment is going to be another substitution for Koita. Who are they introducing? Ramatulai Kaur is the next player to be introduced. Emil Jata to effect the corner. Greatly taken, and already is a goal kick. Ramatulai Kaur to be introduced. It's still the second half, Fortune 2, Koita 1. Ramatulai Kaur to be introduced shortly. Alimatu Sane, the goal scorer. The only goal scorer for Koita is off and being replaced by Ramatulai Kaur 14. Ramatulai Kaur on. It's a delivery. Is that going to be the third goal? And that is the third goal for Fortune Football Club. And Fatmata Tamba got the third goal for Fortune Football Club. And Fortune currently leading 3-1 at the Box Bar Mini Stadium against Koita. What a strike, what a contest. And of course, what a goal coming from Fatmata Tamba. And the team captain has already added his goal tally. And that is, of course, the second goal for Tamba Fatmata. Getting that ball from that range is indeed remarkable. And Fatmata Tamba getting Fortune the third. And it is 3-1 against Koita. And of course, it's a fantastic and a decent strike from the team captain, Tamba Fatmata. And Fatmata Tamba, the team captain, has already got herself a brace already. It is already lively, entertaining. Kemo seemingly Fortune is definitely going to walk away with the maximum points unless something dramatic happens here at the Box Bar Mini Stadium. Currently it is 3-1 in favor of the Petroleum Girls against Koita at the Box Bar.
Yes, very well. I will take in goal here from the Fortune captain. So they are now hoping to get themselves a maximum 3 points here. Already they are leading here by 3 goals to 1. So at this particular moment of the game, one will see Fortune are going to go home with the maximum 3 point. We are in the 48th minute of play here, so 5 minutes plus any other additional time that will be added here by the officials of the game. Only going to be the number of minutes that this particular side can rely on for them to get themselves any meaningful result here, Koita side. But already it is Fortune 3 rather, seemingly they are going to walk away with the maximum 3 points into this particular contest. It is 3 goals to 1 in favor of Fortune, and then the team captain, what a goal from her from that particular range here, and then she has taken the mantle of a real captaincy, honestly, into this particular game. So let's see what they will be able to do here, or what their opponents will be able to do about this particular goal here, whether they can pull at least 1 goal back before the regulation time ends here. But already Fortune on the driving seat to actually go home with the maximum 3 points into this contest.
It's still lively and entertaining. Sarata Manga has already gathered that ball with ease, and Sarata wouldn't be in any hurry as the score is currently in Fortune's favor. Fortune 3-1 up against Koita at the Box Bar. And that's a foul. And it's a yellow card. Yellow card to Kadi Bojang. Kadi, who came on as a substitute, has been shown a yellow by central referee
Mariama Obifal. And Mariama in this contest is having the assistance of Abisi Sesena Bucham and Aissatou Toure, the fourth assistant referee, while Bintu Bojang serves as the match commissioner. In this lively and entertaining showdown from the Box Bar Mini Stadium, it is live. Set piece at a promising angle. Fatu Manjang to take this for Koita. It's a low drive. Siaba to Jiba getting that ball off. And time running out for Koita. Koita trail 3-1. Fortune on the driving seat. Manjang Fatu to Emil Jata. The flag of the assistant referee is already gone for an offside. Fortune will use the opportunity to wind down the clock. And of course, with a victory here, this will definitely move the team to a promising position. And the team will undoubtedly go above Yakar temporarily. Immigration, who are currently trailing 1-0 against TMT. And of course, will still be behind Koita because currently Fortune is on 8 with 5 points. A victory here will move the team to 8th position, or 8 points rather. Cross comes in straight into the gloves of the goalkeeper Koita. And the goalkeeper for Koita is Khadijatu Fofana. Fofana Khadijatu. Koita again. Dribble pass one, still looking for more. Fatmata Tamba. Fatmata Tamba, calm and composed. She's undoubtedly the best player on the pitch for Fortune. This is Kadi Boja. Kadi moves the ball forward for Fortune. Looking for support. Cross comes in into the gloves of the goalkeeper. That's a clash between the two players, and seemingly any moment from now it's going to be the additional minutes. And Kemo, just as I said earlier, Fortune seemingly going to bag maximum points here unless something dramatic happens here, because the side is currently leading 3-1 against Koita at the Box Bar Mini Stadium, and any moment from now we're going to see the additional minutes being put up by the fourth assistant referee Aissatou Toure.
Yes, now into the final minutes of the regulation time here. Fortune currently leading here by 3-1. So perhaps they wouldn't want to lose this maximum points here. If they had to, that would be a very, very disappointing result for them at the moment. And then they are very much aware of this. So this is what they would want to go home with at the maximum 3 points. And then all the players that are currently taking part in the game for the Fortune side will put that effort to making sure that they carry this day here they carry this day with this emphatic 3-1 win here. So they know what is at stake if they had to surrender their lead here. But solely we will see what happens here before the final whistle is gone.
It's a low drive and of course block to touch for a corner. 4 minutes added on. 4 minutes added on by the fourth assistant referee Aissatou Toure. And 4 minutes for Koita to score twice, or else it's going to be a defeat. Emil Jata to take this. Long one around the area, partly headed out by the central defender Maria Mendez. And Fortune Football Club in the next game is of course a clash against league leaders and defending champions Bere Wuleng at the late Osman Saho football field. And after that we'll face serial winners Red Scorpions before facing TMT. And of course Fortune have key fixtures, very difficult fixtures against experienced opponents. But anyway, the score is currently in their favor. Currently 3-1 against Koita at the Box Bar Mini Stadium. And it's a corner for Koita. Delivery Fatmata Tamba. On time, running out for Koita. Koita once more. Fortune using every opportunity to wind down the clock. On the side, enjoying the 3-1 advantage. Alima Dahaba trying to get that ball off the player. Babu Karantong has been seen on the technical area, giving instructions to the girls. And it's going to be an impressive victory if the side is able to hold on to the advantage. This is going to be their second victory since the team's promotion to the GFF Women's Division 1. They only defeated Brikama United 2-1 in the fourth round, picked 2 draws, and of course defeated 5 times in the fourth round. And Fortune, after 9 matches, of course this is their 10th fixture in the top division. And Fortune played 9 games before this fixture, won once against Brikama United, picked a point twice, and beaten 5 times. And before this contest with 5 points. With a victory, will move to 8 points. And the team is edging closer. Fatmata Tamba, undoubtedly the best player on the pitch for Fortune. That's a foul. And Koita will get that. Time running out for Ekeju Taiwo and the girls. Ekeju Taiwo is the head coach. Fortune on the driving seat. Any moment from now, the central referee will end the proceedings. Seemingly a foul not given by central referee Mariama Obi foul. Manjang picks it for Koita. Is that going to be a blunder? Alima Dahaba, and Alima narrowly missed that, and that's a corner, and Alima should have done better. Anyway, the side is enjoying the 3-1 advantage currently at the Box Bar Mini Stadium, and Fortune wouldn't be in any hurry. Sedita Luisi Babachi to effect the corner for the girls in all white. Babu Karndong and the girls edging closer. Are they going to get the second victory of the season? We have to wait and see. Cross comes in. Jojo Bojang missed that. And finally, it's full time at the Box Bar Mini Stadium. Full time between Fortune and Koita. And Fortune has sealed an impressive 3-1 victory over Koita. And of course, the second victory of the season for Coach Babu Karndong and the girls. And this victory has moved Fortune Football Club to 8 points, whilst Koita remain on 10 points. And this is where we're going to wrap it up. It has been Parlament Fati, Kemo Kanye, Osman and the team. Until then, bye-bye from the Box Bar Mini Stadium till we come your way again.